biofuel area. So the Karnataka State Biofuel Board, they have given the financial assistance. I sincerely thank Karnataka State Biofuel Development Board and especially Shri A.K. Monnappaji. And this year we have received 116 project proposals in the biofuel area. 59 projects for the selected for the financial assistance. Out of that, 39 projects we have selected from the engineering section and also 15 projects from the MSc and 5 projects from MBA. So actually we have supported these things. And actually this year we are planning to provide about 40 best projects awards for all the disciplines like earlier years, and also at the end of the day, so we are, we are identifying the best performing engineering college in the 38th series of student project program, and also KSCST and Karnataka State Biofuel Development Board jointly we are providing the participatory certificate to the all the participants. Today, we have very eminent personalities and experts and researchers from the Indian Institute of Science and NAL, Dr. K. Venkateshwarlu, NAL, Dr. P. Shivasubbarao, NAL, Dr. R.P.S. Chakradhar, Dr. V.P.S. Naidu, NAL, and H. Ravindranath, Indian Institute of Science, Mr. Nagakrishna, Indian Institute of Science, and Dr. Nanjun Rao, Department of Civil Engineering, Indian Institute of Science, and Dr. N. Chalapati Rao, CEDT, Indian Institute of Science, and Dr. Krishna Kumar, Dr. S. Gopalaya, Dr. S. Mudakavi, Professor B. Rajinikanth, Department of Electrical Engineering, Professor L. Satish, Department of Electrical Engineering, Dr. Subba Reddy, Dr. Shankar, and actually now the Dr. Balakrishna Gowda is from the US University of Agricultural Sciences, is joining little later, and we have Dr. Pannir Selvam from the Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, and also Mr. Dayanand is a manager from the Karnataka State Biofuel Development Board. And actually, my senior colleagues from the Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology, so they have helped a lot for the success of this program, especially S.N. Sandor in the biofuel area, Mr. A.R. Shivkumar, and Mr. K.N. Venkatesh for this, taking all the responsibility to run this program, Mr. Jairam and UT Vijay, and Hemant Kumar is our state coordinator for the Natural Resource Data Management System, and we have our accounts officer Shiv Prasad and administrative officer Govind Raju, and other colleagues are here. So I am very thankful to the experts from the Indian Institute of Science, NAL, and my colleagues from the Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology. And once again, I thank Shri Bandari ji for accepting our request and also making all the very good infrastructure and also academic atmosphere in this great institution to run this 38th series of student project program in Mangalore. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us. Light signifies knowledge. Knowledge is a key path for success. I request the dignitaries to inaugurate the program by lighting the lamps. Chairman and Professor at Department of Chemical Engineering, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Dr. Modak serves as a member of Scientific Advisory Board at Richcore Life Science Private Limited. His professional life has been dedicated to chemical engineering and provides great insight to all research activities at Richcore. Dr. Modak served as an independent director of Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited since October 22, 2013 until September 2014. He holds an MS and PhD from Purdue University with a BChem from UDCT Mumbai. Presently, Dr. Modak is a Deputy Director, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I request Professor Jayant M. Modak to give an inaugural address.
A very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology, and in particular Professor Mohan Kumar, for giving me this opportunity to participate in 30th Student Series seminar. I also want to thank Mr. Bhandari for the wonderful hospitality on behalf of Sahyadri College. Thank you very much. But to begin with, I want to congratulate all the participants of this workshop for making a decision few months back or maybe 6 months back to participate, to undertake the project. I am sure that the experience that you had gained from undertaking the project is not comparable to anything else that you would have done in your classroom teaching. You had volunteered yourself for what educationalists call as experiential learning. And this is the best form of learning because you would have realized while conducting the project, you have to be organized. And at the end of this, if you are doing experiments, for example, you don't know what you are going to get. So it's very unlike the kind of preparation that goes into writing the exams. In a short while, you will be communicating your ideas to the audience. And this also takes a lot of organization. Remember, your ideas may be great, but the attention span of the audience is very short. And I myself keep reminding myself when I am asked to give a talk. So always try to be short and specific. Now, many of you, I understand, have already graduated or are likely to graduate soon. And one starts then wondering at this stage in life that what am I going to do next? Believe me, you are not the only one. Almost all of us, including myself, would have gone through that thought, although in my case it was many moons back. So, you know, on one hand, we all know that we are all unique. Each individual is unique. But unfortunately, if you look at our education system, 10 to 15 years of education tries to make you or all students or whosoever participates in that system to be alike. Everybody expects that we take all the same exam and pass with all 99, 100% mark. It's a pity that so much time is spent in trying to be like your neighbor. So I urge you at this point of time to take some time out and try to explore your ideas, your passions. Give some thought to it that what do you really want to do. It's worthwhile to spend some time at this point and will help you in a long way when you decide to choose your career path. So when it comes to a decision of what to do next, the most obvious decision that one tends to do is to seek a job. And while walking around the campus, I saw a large number of companies attending your campus. It was also mentioned that some of you have a call for interview but opt out of it. So I hope it is for the good reason. That definition of employment is rather broad. But out of that 42 crores, only 1.8 crores are employed in what we can call a public sector. That is state government, central government, quasi-government, government bodies and all put together. And another 1.2 crores is employed in the private sectors. Remember, the total people employed are 42 crores and we have counted only 3 crores in an organized sector. That means the remaining 92 to 93% of the people are all self-employed. Now, self-employed takes variety of different definitions. It includes contract labor and all kinds of things. But I think for a young educated youth like yourself, in today's context, self-employment means entrepreneurship, startups, working with innovative ideas. I want you to give some serious thought to doing it yourself. Not only will you be employing yourself, but you will also be the creator of employment for others. India has a long history of entrepreneurial spirit. Dhirubhai Ambani, Narayan Murthy, Birlas, Tatas, Jamshedji Tata, who is the founder of Indian Institute of Science, and how his entrepreneurial and innovative spirit helped found our institute 106 years back. Somewhere in 1980s, he realized that freedom of India from British Empire is inevitable. It's bound to happen. However, he also realized that political freedom will be illusionary unless it is supported by science education, generation of electricity and making of steel. The later two ideas took form of Tata Electric Company and Tata Iron and Steel, while the former one morphed into Indian Institute of Science or a research institute. Tata wanted us to be in the forefront of research in all areas of learning. He didn't mention about science and technology. He wanted us to be in all areas of learning. But he wanted us to be something more than that. And I quote here that he wanted institute to excel most not when they supply a demand or a felt need, but rather when they lead the demand and stimulate a conscious perception of hitherto unarticulated need. 106 years back, Tata was telling us, innovate. And this is, we are in 21st century, and I think the time is right for you to get involved into this innovation cycle. Now you must be wondering that, am I ready? How do I know that I have it in me to become an entrepreneur? Now, trust our education system to come up with tons of courses of how to become entrepreneur. You go to Google and type it in, you will get a long list of courses, lectures of how to be entrepreneur. However, there are some characteristics in life which come from within, which is not something that can be taught. And one such characteristic is entrepreneurship. This is there, some hidden within you, and you just have to explore it and see whether you are up to it. Now, having said that, if one observes successful entrepreneurs, there are few things that stand out. They are completely passionate about their ideas. So figure it out whether you are passionate about something. At this point of time, it could be passionate about a good music, good movie, good book, anything. But explore whether you are passionate and you communicate your passion to others. You always question, how can I do it better? That's one of the common trait of a good entrepreneur. You are optimistic all the time. If you are going to be an entrepreneur, you cannot afford to be pessimist. If you are a pessimist, just get out of the entrepreneurship market. you have to be optimist. Are you willing to take risk? And finally, are you willing to execute? I see a lot of my own students who would come to me about discussion about research lab and keep on discussing, oh, what will happen if I do this, do that. Finally, one has to tell them, just go and do it and then find out what will happen. There is no point in discussing things and visualizing things, imagining things, unless you go out there and execute it. Next question is, what do I innovate? What do I do? Of course, the answer to this question will depend on what domain you are in. But whatever that you want to do, make sure that a product or service that you are offering makes a world better place to live. By better place, I mean it could be a completely new product or completely new service. It could be a better way of making a product that is already known, but make sure that it ultimately ends up the world as a better place. I can cite you one example from our own incubation activity. We had about 3 years back a very young, bright BHU chemical engineering graduate who came to us with an idea. He was passionate about the idea that I want to develop a handheld blood cell count device which is battery operated and which can be taken in any remote corners of country and used for getting some at least basic tests done. One could feel the passion when one talked to him. He didn't have exact idea as to how to go about it. He didn't have the sufficient technological knowledge about it. But that's what we are there for, any technical institute or technological institute. So we paired him with the faculty who was interested in, and things got developed along the way, and then we incubated him. And today, maybe another 6 months' time, he will have his product in the market. So think about an idea that will make an impact. Just don't try to imitate somebody else, because you are not going to last for a very long. Once you have the idea, you must have a business plan ready to match the idea. There is nothing wrong in dreaming that I will make a big pot of money, because unless you have a business plan of how you will go about figuring out ways to make money, the greatest idea, technology, will just be a short-lived business model. Once you have business idea, you must be able to pitch it to the others, be it investors or anybody else. You know, we talk a lot about venture capitalists, angel investors, but we often forget the greatest strength of venture capitalists or angel investors, our family and friend. Toss the idea around within your community, what we now call crowdsource funding and so on. You will be surprised how successful you will be. You know, when you make a pitch, they often say that the essence of your idea must be communicated in exactly 1 minute. If it takes longer than that, you have lost the investor that you may be interested. I often tell my research students that I will believe that you have understood your research problem well if you can talk to your niece or nephew 10 years, 12 years old and tell them what you are doing and they understand it. Make it simple. Don't make it unnecessarily complicated. Finally, I would like to talk about the support systems that we have currently if you ever decide to be entrepreneur. You know, the greatest endorsement that Indian government is serious about this activity came from our Prime Minister in his Independence Day speech. Startup India, Stand Up India, a follow-up on Make in India. Now, if you recall the numbers I gave, private sector employs 1.2 crores, 1 crore let us say. So, even if we double that employment in next 1 year, which is impossible to do, we will go from 92 currently self-employed people to 91% self-employed people. And therefore, the only way forward for us in the current scenario is to take matters in our own hand, and at your age, I think you are best suited to do so. There are several mechanisms available from Government of India even before this scheme started. Several ministries such as Communication and Information Technology, Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology, each and every one of them have funding mechanisms